Is it Namco Bandai or Bandai Namco? Have they decided this yet? Katamari Forever. Forever. Thank you for joining me tonight. In Japan, this game was not called Katamari Forever. It was simply called Katamari Damacy Tribute. I'm not sure why they changed the title in the American version. The original was in English. It made a little more sense. This is, after all, not the greatest and best game in the world. Just a tribute. No voice acting this time, huh? Just subtitles. Well, I guess it makes it easier to talk over the opening cinema then. As always, a story to go with the game. The king has amnesia, which is a good setup for a game where you have to replay levels from previous games, isn't it? And that's what Katamari Damacy Tribute, aka Katamari Forever, is. We get to replay levels we have played in previous games, only this time it's in HD. That's something. There's also another little addition, which we'll see later. As usual, the tutorial. Whoop. Kind of a bit of trouble there. Things like that will become much easier to do in due time. The tutorial level is essentially the same as the tutorial level of Beautiful Katamari. Beautiful Katamari had the best tutorial level of the 3 console Katamari games, so they went with that one. Actually didn't do too well in the tutorial level in the actual Beautiful Katamari game. Oh wait, here we go. The new move, the Prince Hop. So the, this is a slight difference in the rather, Katamari Forever's tutorial level when compared to the original in Beautiful Katamari. They gotta teach us a new hop move now, and we use it to complete the level instead of snatching up the cousin like we did before. Hop move, since this was a fairly early game in the PS3's life, they want you to do the hop move using, of course, the controller accelerometer gimmick. So if I yank the controller up like so, there we go. And that's a really stupid way to control things, so we can do it using one of the triggers. That's not it. That's it. And I'll be doing it that way. So unlike, say, in the Wii version of Twilight Princess, where you're forced to waggle a controller a bunch to swing your sword, this game is nice enough to give you a button press alternative. Look at it go. I can jump quite high. Not bad for a new move. So even though I'm replaying everything I played before, I can do it in slightly different ways now. And yes, it is imperative that I get every piece of the wall. I gotta make this the best Katamari I can. After failing horribly to do so in Beautiful Katamari, I gotta make up for that. The hand simply keeps me from rolling out into space. Yeah, it's looking out for me. Seems like I'm kind of sliding down the invisible wall here. Don't know if I can get these pieces by the window. Oh, looks like I can. Probably no need to, though. Almost there. I'm coming, I'm coming. So I don't recall if, okay, I cannot pick that platform up. There's no cousins to pick up either, as far as I know. So it just remains for us to hop up the stairs, up. Only I have to do it right. And into the robot. So that was different than the previous game, and I hope you enjoyed that, because we aren't going to see very many differences from this point on. Robo King rises. Robo King knocks the stars out of the sky. Of course, we have to find a way for the stars to get knocked out of the sky, so we can roll them back up again. Alright. Let's just get started with the game. There's two Cosmoses, Robo King's Cosmos, and regular King's Cosmos. Now, this is a mix of games from all three console games. This is where some of my disagreements with the game kind of come in, because, in my opinion, Katamari Forever has too much garbage from Beautiful Katamari, and right off the bat, we have to play a Katamari, Beautiful Katamari stage. Same annoying requirements too. Where we have to roll around and try to get as many playtime things as possible. But this time we can jump. And it plays the theme from Beautiful Katamari as I play this level. So yeah, it wants me to roll up play things on the stage, and then it's a toy shop, so it's not like I really have to go out of my way to do it. I'm still kind of surprised it left that annoying requirement in, though. Like, did people want to see it return? Whoops. Don't get me wrong, the jump's a good move. You do have to get used to it, though. Gotta keep going, of course. Completing a stage just is not enough in Katamari. You have to keep going. You want to get the highest score as you can. Not sure why I'm not jumping on there. It's the future, after all. I wanted that present, and he's not leaving up there. Alright, there you go. No problem. We're fine. Ooh, I need those. Always thought it was kind of odd how Beautiful Katamari kind of forwent tradition, and the theme to that game is not a variation of the Katamari on the swing. It's some sort of samba that, as far as I know, doesn't even mention the word Katamari in it. So I did do a little better, despite having some jumping troubles on this stage, compared to the original Beautiful Katamari version. I should score a little higher. We shall see. Got a lot of stages to go. There's about 37 stages total. Okay. Okay. Well, I did better, but it scored me lower for some reason. I guess now that I can jump, it expects more from me. And yeah, the scoring from Beautiful Katamari and me and my Katamari returns for some reason. I don't think anybody really was happy to see that. Nevertheless, we're stuck with it. Man, I completed it fast enough to get a comment. I still didn't get a good score. Alright, here's some voice acting, kind of. Well, that was something. Ah, yes, online rankings. I care about that. And with this, we get the other part of the main game, the King's Memories. In this, we do pretty much the same thing we did with the robot, and that is roll our way through previous stages to help him remember. Now, this is actually pretty cool, because this is where the remix songs come in. This is where the high point of the game, the soundtrack, comes in. Although Keita Takahashi didn't want to have anything to do with Katamari again for the rest of his life. That's right out. Jun Seno, the Senoe came back. He came back to direct the soundtrack for Katamari Forever. Took a break, only did a few songs for Beautiful. But he came to help make arranged music versions of all the tunes from the previous games, mostly the first two, because, again, he didn't direct the third one. Which is just as well, because the third game kind of had a pretty forgettable soundtrack. So these memory levels start out black and white. Black and white and a bit surreal. Whenever you touch something, though, it becomes colorized. As a visual representation of the king remembering things, no doubt. It's an interesting choice for the first stage of the memories part of the game, the gingerbread stage from We Love Katamari. Possibly chosen because it is one of the easier stages. Good thing to start out with. Not only that, but there was a power-up that we just picked up, and it caused us to pick up everything. If I had noticed it earlier, I could have completed the stage a lot earlier. So yeah, along with the jump, there is the power-up that makes you suck up all nearby objects within a certain diameter. And those are basically the two things that kind of, you know, shake things up a bit, make it something a little more than just a plain rehash. This witch is spazzing out a bit. Let's suck her up. Oh, oh, she's giving me trouble. Well, never mind. Never mind. I don't need that present. I don't care. Don't worry, I'll make it. The alarm may be going off, but I'll make it. I'm pretty sure I will. I'll make it. Five seconds, plenty of time. There we go. Nothing to it. And yeah, even the old stages, which didn't originally have this score applied to them, now they have a score. And because I got it perfect, I got 120 points out of 100. Not too hard to do on a candy stage. I did that really, really badly, and I still got 120 points just to show how easy the candy stage is. And yeah, we get cinemas that are different on the King's side. So, did you enjoy that, folks? I hope you did. We got about 30 more stages to go. Nope, I seem to have shoved my cousin off the edge of the earth when I was trying to switch places with her. Sorry! Oh, okay, here you go. Hey, stop running from me. There we go. So, yeah. Back to the robot, and back to yet another beautiful Katamari stage. Now, this isn't a bad game. It's actually a pretty nice HD upgrade to a lot of the earlier Katamari stages. So in that case, it's like better than beautiful Katamari anyway, in as much that It's an HD upgrade of stages we actually want to play, not just a bunch of mediocre new things that didn't really work out that well. Still, it's hard not to be a little disappointed at the general lack of new things in general. I say general twice because it's that disappointing. Early reports of this game made it sound like there would be more new stuff. That it would be like one half rehashes and one half new. And it could very well be that that was the case, but they ran out of time. Because like when you see how this game is designed, there's the robot stages that I'm playing now that take place in the present, and the king stages which are supposed to take place in the past, and yet they both actually take place in the past. These are both older levels, and it doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. Like why do the stages that are supposed to take place in the present involve old levels as well? So yeah, I get a sense that that was not supposed to be the case originally. And that may be why, you know, there's so much crap from Beautiful Katamari in here. Since those were already HD in the first place, it's not so hard to port them over to the PlayStation. And so if they're in a pinch, that would be a good way to, like, get the game finished. That's my theory, anyway. There are new stages in this game, but there are only 3 rather. Just 3. Out of the 32 stages total in the game, 3 of them are new. So this is actually, but to its credit, a lot of the Beautiful Katamari stages, about I think 3 or 4 of them, are the DLC stages. So, you know, if you bought Beautiful Katamari, but didn't waste your money on the DLC, then quite a few of the stages in this game are new to you. I think this... Oh, here's the power-up. Pretty neat, huh? I seem to be stuck, though. Okay. The power-up is actually an interesting strategy. It's like you could get it right away, or you could wait and get a little bit bigger first, then go get it. That way your Katamari will be bigger, and it'll instantly suck up a lot more things. Generally, I go after it right away, though. Alright, well, we got less than a minute left, and I don't have that many things in my Katamari. But being a Beautiful Katamari stage, you tend to suck up, like, 90% of your stuff in the last minute, so we'll see if I can do that this time, too. I am big enough to get the big giant cookies, so... Probably not this time, though. No, this is a failure. I'll be lucky if I get more than 70 points on this stage. I apologize to everyone for my poor performance. I did not do that well on Beautiful Katamari, so it's really embarrassing when I do even worse on the rehashes of the Beautiful Katamari stages. I forgot that I could jump too. I'm not sure if there was any point in that level where I could have jumped. And as Kutani mentioned, there is a really weird style choice in the robot levels where they added outlines. I'm not sure why they did that either. I don't even remember that. He says it's malnourished. I did badly. I agree. 63. Like I said, I did not break 70. It's unlikely I'm going to be replaying any of these stages for higher scores. I did in fact forget the jump though. That might be why I didn't do so good. I could have probably helped things out by jumping a little every once in a while. Alright, back to the King's Memory stage. Cleanup. Okay, this is a stage from We Love Katamari. It's actually one of the tougher stages. This is a stage which kind of requires a bit of memorization to do well. But I've only played this once in the past couple of years, and that was during my stream of We Love Katamari 3 days ago. And you can still ignore the king in the past. It's still a thing you can do. The soundtrack is currently playing a remix of Everlasting Love. There's a really excellent remix of Everlasting Love on the Katamari Forever soundtrack. This is not it. This is actually... it's not bad. But there's a excellent one coming up. Oh hey, look at this. Oh, you know what I'm forgetting? I'm forgetting already. I can jump. Let's try this again. Let's try this again now that I have remembered that. I am forgetting to jump so easily, aren't I? Alright. Didn't seem like that did anything, did it? Oh, it's a different power-up. It draws items toward me. I see, I see. Alright, well that helped a little. That wasn't bad. I'll take it. Oops. A minute 20. I believe I got pretty much the same time in We Love Katamari. Despite there not being power-ups in that game. King's gonna be mad. Okay, well, I'll take that. Come on, 77? Come on, that's fine. It's above average. At this point, more levels unlock at a time. If you look closely, you'll see that both the regular king and the robot king are lit up, indicating that there are new stages. I'll continue to alternate between the two. Seems like a good way to do things. So, yet again, a beautiful Katamari stage. There's just too much beautiful Katamari in this game. I think if it were a proper tribute, it would have stuck just with the two Keita Takahashi games. That's how I would have done it. But they didn't. So what's this one about? Oh right, it's another Make a Star level. Just a regular Make a Star level from beautiful Katamari. This is a remix song of... I forgot the name. But it's one of my favorite remixes. I'm going to turn up the music. Who doesn't love chip tunes, right? Zeros were pointing up. I thought I had to jump. I did not. So yeah, I'll do that every once in a while. Honestly, while this game is not that great, the soundtrack, the remix parts of the soundtrack are they're just excellent. And what else is there really to say about Katamari at this point? I've rolled around everywhere. These are stages I've literally played already. So there's just going to be a lot of times when I just have to be quiet and turn the music up. I literally give this game, you know, a B- in gameplay, and an A+ for a soundtrack. Some of the best remixes you will ever hear. And as usual, I'm doing really badly. I think this stream will pick up eventually once I get to more stages that I've actually practiced a lot at and am fairly good at, like, you know, most of the original Katamari stages and the We Love Katamari stages. Beautiful Katamari is hard enough in the first place. They give you really strict time limits in that game. And since it's not very fun, you just don't want to get that good at it. Unfortunately, there are only 3 stages from the first Katamari Damacy game in this game. That's true, only 3. Only 3. Yeah, it's a heartbreak, alright, King. The 3 stages are the 3 stages from the original Katamari that involved rolling up the entire stage. So that would be Make a Star 4, Make a Star 8, and Make a Star... or Make the Moon, rather. It kind of makes sense when you think about it. Those 3 stages, between the 3, they encompass pretty much every single bit of the map of the original Katamari game. The other stages were just kind of the other Make a Star stages, rather, were just kind of a build-up to those stages. So if you're just going to include those 3, that, you know, I kind of understand. But they could have included, you know, at least one of the collection stages. 1 or 2. It was the first game, the game that started it all. This is supposed to be a tribute. They'll include, you know, 15 stages from freaking beautiful Katamari, but the first game gets 3. Only 3. This is, yeah, where just all my griefs with this game lies. It's the questionable choice of which levels have been rehashed. I feel like if I were in charge of the game, I would have made much better choices. Like, even when it comes to the stages that they chose from, you know, the best game in the series, We Love Katamari. Why is it not letting me move? Oh, there we go. That was weird. I was stuck for a second. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. 3 stages in, and we are at the Cowbear stage. Who liked the Cowbear stage? Raise your hand. No, nobody. Nobody fucking loved the Cowbear stage. And yet that's what we're doing. We are doing the Cowbear stage. A lot of the stages from We Love Katamari that they decided to include in Katamari Forever were the ones that involved being extra careful and not rolling up things. For some reason, they considered those to be the stages that dictate what Katamari is all about. I don't know who was put in charge of... I don't know who was put in charge of selecting the stages, but... I call their views into what made Katamari a memorable experience into question. Not only that, but here's a remix of the worst song in We Love Katamari. Hope you enjoy it. It's actually, they actually somehow made the song even more irritating. So I don't even know what I'm going to do at this stage. I don't want to get the cowbear. Look over there. There's a cowbear. For those who wonder what he looks like, for those who haven't seen him before, that's him right over there. He's running around the racetrack essentially at high speed, surrounded by two gigantic Kintaro bears. They made it as annoying as possible. He is gigantic. You have to be huge to roll him up in the first place. And along with that, he's really fast, and he's surrounded by two bodyguards. There's nothing about the stage that isn't horribly annoying. I don't know. I'm just going to go around and... Actually, I think I know what to do. I don't think I want to beat this stage and get the cowbear, because I just don't want to do that. But I'll try to find this one thing that might make the level kind of amusing anyway. Oddly enough, the gimmick where picking up items causes them to turn into color, it makes it, and as well as the odd choice to outline everything, it makes it a little easier to pick out the cows and bears from the other objects. So I don't know, this level might be a little slightly easier in this version of the game. Slightly. But still, you'll pick up a cow without even seeing what the hell it fucking was, and this is the case of that. What did I run into? What did I run into? It must have been like a pylon or something. Excuse me, my cat is crawling on my lap. Hello there, Darcy. What's up? What's up, little kitty? What did I run into? Please tell me. I would like to know. A dairy cow. There was a cow somewhere out of my sight that I happened to run into. I am fortunate in that I am running into these things before I get very far into the level. Oh, so you all could see the cow, but I didn't. Well, maybe that actually was my fault then. But like I said, I am glad this is happening, you know, like a minute into the level. Nothing is more soul-crushing than building yourself up to be 8 feet wide, really close to getting the cowbear. You know, you spent 10 minutes getting that to that size, only to roll over a tiny calf. And it's all over right away. Stage over. Gotta restart from the beginning. The queen remembers what a pain in the ass cows are. I don't know, if I was a more popular Let's Player, if I could do like a charity marathon or something, I would do one based around trying to get the cowbear. Watch me attempt to do it over and over and over again for 12 hours. Alright, what is this? This is Katamari Sprinkler. We'll do that later. Katamari Sprinkler is in fact one of the new stages in this game. Alright, this is actually a DLC stage from Katamari, from Beautiful Katamari, the Constellation stage. So basically, if you didn't pay to unlock content that was already on the Beautiful Katamari disc, this is new. This is a new stage. I was saying earlier that I suspect that all the stages, everything on this side, the Robo King side, I suspect that they were all supposed to be new at first. But they ran out of time and money and whatever things you run out of that makes you want to, like, go back on things, make the game a little less complicated. Anyway, if you saw the beautiful Katamari stream of this DLC stage, nothing new here. It is the exact same thing. Except I could jump, which... I guess you guys haven't seen me jump a lot lately. Maybe I'll find a place to do that this time. Maybe. See, I just jumped, and it didn't help me, but... You know, I just gotta kind of keep in mind that I can do it. I can jump. I can jump now. So remember that song from the first Katamari Damacy that was sung by children? Here's a remix of that, sung by a female vocalist. So it sounds more or less, sort of, more like a real song, kind of, sort of, kind of. She doesn't seem to be particularly into it. I also seem to be having a hard time finding the power-ups. They exist, I'm not finding them. A lot of the strategy in Katamari Forever kind of revolves around finding them, but I think there's only one per stage. Maybe two. So if I don't find them, I don't find them. Anyway, for those who didn't see this during the Katamari, beautiful Katamari stream, I am rolling up constellations. I'm not literally rolling up constellations in the sky, just objects that are based on constellations. And it turns out that just about every object in the stage is based on a constellation, so there's really no real strategy to use other than to roll up everything you possibly can. Get as big as possible, you know, all of that. And that's what I'm doing. The stats in the upper left include the total constellations as well as the amount of unique constellations. There are 88 unique constellations total. I've rolled up 63 of them. Still haven't found that power-up. I know it's somewhere in the stage. It exists. Let's jump. Whee! When I'm this size, I jump pretty high into the air. Well, I've been around the entire stage and I did not see that power-up. Did you all see it? Did you all see a power-up? Was it like another one of those things that was like really obvious and I missed it? Kind of like, wait, I see a power-up. I see a power-up right there. Oh, that's actually really cool. I was huge when I got that power-up, so I sucked up almost everything in the level. Alright, that turned out pretty good. That turned out nice. I got 83 out of the 88 constellations. 1,769 total. Yeah, good run. I am pleased. Mr. Big is pleased. Never gotten all 88 before. It is very hard to do. It is just really hard. I guess I should try to like run into those seagulls before they fly away. But yeah, I picked up just about everything I can. Alright. Alright. 100. Can't complain about that. I'm glad I wasn't just a constant disappointment in this stream. Does go to show just how much those power-ups can help, especially if you discover them kind of late by accident, which is kind of the case there. Don't underestimate the power of finding the power-ups when you're already really huge. Alright, roll up money to make Venus. I believe this is another beautiful Katamari stage. Yet another goddamn beautiful fucking Katamari stage. I think this is another DLC stage, though. So, you know, it's free. It's new to some people. I am wrong. This is the We Love Katamari version of the money stage. This is the good one. This is the superior one. Let's get on going. Oh, I'm gonna shut up. This is the best song in the game. Forgot I could jump again. Pardon me, I'm gonna try this level again. I hope you don't mind. I wouldn't have done it if this didn't have the song Everlasting Love Plus You on it. I got that power up too quickly the last time. That was one of my mistakes, so I'm not going to do it this time. Also, I keep forgetting to jump. I'm going to stop forgetting that now. Alright, watch this. Interesting thing to point out is that in the original localization of We Love Katamari, they converted the yen to dollars. Essentially, not accurately, they just divided it by 100. But in the Katamari Forever localization, they kept it in yen. Kept it completely, you know, accurate, I guess? I don't know. Apparently I could have done better. I don't know. They have high standards in Katamari Forever. Maybe they expected me to make better use of that power-up? Who can say? So, Everlasting Love Plus You is a mashup of You Are Smart from Katamari Damacy, the first game, and Everlasting Love from We Love Katamari. A very odd mashup indeed, as You Are Smart is one of the more eclectic songs from the first game, and Everlasting Love is a very poppy, bubblegummy song from the second game. Somebody saw it's fit to combine the two. The results were pretty nice, I have to say. Okay, we are doing the underwater stage now on the robot side. Finally, a stage that isn't from Beautiful Katamari. This one is from We Love Katamari. Arguably one of the more irritating stages from We Love Katamari, because it is an underwater stage, after all. You know how people tend to feel about underwater stages, but this one isn't too bad. I've seen worse underwater stages in games. Can y'all hear my cat? Is she being that loud? I don't know if the mic is picking that up or not. She's being kind of noisy at the moment. Not sure what her deal is. Darcy, are you okay? Are you... I think she's, like, getting really excited about her mouse toy or something. Didn't mean to end up here. Uh-oh. Yes? Are you trying to tell me something, girl? Again, I'm kind of wondering where the power-up is in this stage. Is it perhaps up here? Good lord. Hey, there it is. Okay, it's to attract everything to my Katamari power-up, which means I should dash as much as I can. That was fruitful. Yes, I hope you all are enjoying the co-commentary that's going on. Darcy has opinions about Beautiful Katamari. I agree. They could have picked better stages from We Love Katamari. I do agree. Yeah, I could be playing better. I'm doing the best I can, which... I don't know if it's just me, but I do believe that time limits are more strict on the Wheel of Katamari levels. Like, they must be taking into account that I can jump and such, which, as you can see, I'm not really taking advantage of as well as I could. It's harder to figure out than you would think, though. These levels, after all, were not designed with jumping in mind. It's just something that was kind of added to something that already existed. Alright, 97. What? Do you want me to get a perfect score every time, King? Are those your standards? Let's enjoy another cinema that has nothing to do with anything. Don't go there. Yes, I'm enjoying